like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. So I've had couple of run-ins with what I would call not really. What I would call toxic fandom, right? What I would call toxic fandom over the past week. Actually, over the past several weeks, right? And it's always a good idea just to check out who it is that you're talking to. Because what was this guy? This guy he was always commenting on my videos, always mad about something. So I started to engage with him. Right, see what his deal was. He came on the show once and didn't go down well, right? And then we went back and forth. But anyway, it was getting a little bit of a nightmare. But so then basically, I think that's done. Thank God. But I saw him talking about me on Twitter, so I went to look at his timeline. I was like, oh, that's who it is. It's one of these guys that let's scream at anyone, right? It was like in this time he was screaming at John Cleese and okay, whatever, fine, whatever, and he's bonkers. This is the trouble with social media, right? You don't know who you're talking to. You think you're talking to another, normal-looking person. No. A lot of the time, you're having a crazy conversation, you're talking to a crazy person. Or a kid, which is the other thing. This is what this article is. This article was about the 10 worst things about Doctor Who fandom. About this, this kid looks like he's 16. I'm sure he's a nice enough kid, but he's a kid, right? He's a kid. And you can see him literally experiencing things for the first time. So, God bless him. But, oh, man. I do joke about wanting to sleep with Millie Gibson, and that is true. There are definitely aspects of that I'm very, very much into. But bloody hell, if she's like the rest of the kids today, God help me, I don't think I could deal with the conversation before or after. Quite frankly, I think that's where I am. So yeah, this is an article written by a kid where he's like, I don't like it. So basically, that's where he is. And I take the piss out of him. Although, to his credit, he tried to have, not so his credit, he was like, now I'm going to get more views. He tweeted at me, right? I was like, well, that's absolutely the right attitude. I was just thinking up until now, said, he had the right attitude. No, he was being a dick. I just realised, as I was speaking to you, I literally just realised, no, he was being a dick and just not good at it. What can you do? That's what it's like dealing with bloody kids, right? I look, Muslims, I don't want to comment on anybody else's theology, but the idea of your paradise being 70 virgins, what nightmare that is. No, I can live without that, please. Thank you very much. Unless that is heaven, then I'll take it. Anyway, like, share, subscribe. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Like, share, subscribe, comment. All those things are Fandom double dosing. Thank you very much for doing that. You can get me on Twitter, not sure how much longer for now. Rumble and YouTube. I live stream onto those most days. I put videos on Facebook. I'm everywhere, baby. Like, share, subscribe, comment. You want to be super nice, head over to Rumble. Subscribe to me there. That will be fan-freaking-tastic. That would be wonderful if you could do that. It makes me all warm and glowy inside. Fine. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Now, let me add it to me. This is from my live stream last night. And look, I was trying to look at people positively, which does get tricky when we run into things like this. Now, that was a good segue. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. I'll be here all night. The 10 worst things about Doctor Fandom from the worst thing in Doctor Who fandom. The 10 worst things about Doctor Who fandom from toxic fandom. Not all fans are horrible. No, just you. I think Sean is really a massive toxic fan. I don't know. I am unaware. The Doctor Who fandom has disappointingly still been responsible for some of the worst things. Oh, you are such a pussy. I wouldn't be surprised if we ever see you and you're literally a huge pussy. I say, do we ever look at your Twitter? I'm scared to. Well, there you go then, right? Really? I hate it when I'm proved wrong. I don't know. Look, God bless you. This was the kid David Philip Schofield was helping. I don't want to be mean. Don't want to be mean. Let's go back to this. But okay, we will take the piss through this. Doctor Who has been responsible for some of the most wonderful things, but equally some factions of the fan base have displayed abhorrent behavior. Oh, it's hurt my Phil. Following the release of the latest Doctor Who magazine, which faced criticism from the less desirable. What makes me less desirable, you obnoxious, bigoted cunt? Excuse me, my point is like this. I don't mind if you have the belief that sex and that gender is beautiful. I don't care if you think sex is beautiful, right? I don't care if you have that belief. I don't care if anybody has any different beliefs from me. That is fine. I mind when they try and platform Doctor Who with their beliefs. I'll give you an example. Could you imagine I've used this example several times because it works really so well. Could you imagine a Catholic priest as a companion, right? Straight up, Father Ed, right? Father Ed meets the Doctor, goes traveling with him. He's a really optimistic, upbeat guy. Everybody loves Father Ed, right? Just a positive role model. People love being around him. And he always walks in Bible verse into to uplift people. And he's not snobby, he gets into the weeds with people. He doesn't have any, everybody loves Father Ed, right? And you put Father Ed on the cover of Doctor Who magazine. I think, Sean, you may have a shit, right? I think you might take that Fez and have a massive shit in it, right? Because I don't think you'll like Doctor Who used as a platform for Christian ideology, right? Even though I wouldn't mind that really so much. I think that'd probably be quite a good era, like a very optimistic era, quite frankly. Yeah, I think it worked quite well for Tolkien. Anyway, yeah, but you wouldn't like that, right? So does that make you abhorrent? Does your hatred of Christians make you abhorrent? Well, at least your bigotry is much more traditional, isn't it? Good for you. But that's what it is. It's like it's a hatred for biblical values. So look, I have nothing. I wish Yasmin Finney nothing but happiness and peace and success, right? Whatever Yasmin wants, I hope Yasmin gets, right? It feels like putting Yasmin both in Doctor Who as a background character is like, fine, put a character in, no problem, not even background, whatever, right? A trans character here, fine. But now it's a lot more, right? That's fine, but which you were all screaming that she must be the companion. For who all I know, maybe she is, right? But like, I think it seems to be you're trying to tacitly convince me that people with penises can be ladies. And it's fine if you believe that. I don't. That's counter to my belief system, and I'm not being hateful for it, right? Everybody should live happily and peacefully together, right? So why does that make me less desirable? Oh, because you're a bigoted cunt. That's why, because you are a bigoted cunt, right? Because you hate people who don't have your values, right? All I'm saying, all I'm saying is, recognize it is a contentious issue, and B, oh man, these cats are mewing outside. Recognize it as a contentious issue that a massive part of the population feel very uncomfortable with, right? They, talking like the more like religious people, they feel very uncomfortable with it, right? Much more than people who super duper like it. Right? You need to be able to coexist. And this is you forcing your beliefs, it's basically your non-theistic religion in our face. Right? So less desirable fans for its trans cover star, Yasmin Finney. Viewers are discussing some of Fandom's least pleasant aspects. You are Fandom's least pleasant aspect. It was fine before cunts like you showed up, right? Before Fandom looked like this, right? Before Fandom looked like this, we quite liked it, right? Before you had you turned up. Oh, there, it's not being a gatekeeper. We're just saying we'd like to be here too. Can you not make everything about you? And then me, because I'm more mobile. You're not. You're an idiot little boy who knows nothing from fucking nothing. You don't even know if having a dick makes you a boy or a fucking girl. Okay, don't tell me you fucking know anything because you clearly don't. From somebody who's a massive pussy, I bet he has no idea what to do with one. Okay, some Doctor Who fans have shown themselves to be deeply unlikable. Well, I think I could put my hand up for that one. Yeah, that'd be me. With their strange views regarding sci-fi series, raising many eyebrows around the more positive individual in the Doctor Who community. Again, it's I get you're a bigger, okay? I get you're a massive bigger, and the only worldview is valid as yours. I understand. Anybody who doesn't have your worldview, they're just evil in your mind. Yeah, you and the Nazis, mate. Okay, you exactly the bloody same. Oh, but we're on the white side of history. Oh, Nazis said that too. Here's the thing, and they're also fucking stupid. The Nazis are the only fascist regime, the totalitarian mass murdering regime they know of. They're not taught any of the left wing ones. No, none of those ever happened. It's like, and so they really genuinely don't think you could be to be racist. You have to be right wing. You had that idiocy bred into them. This was something else in my encounters with it yesterday or the day before, that they genuinely believe that Hitler, with his insanely left-wing socialist policies, was right-wing. No, he was mostly left-wing. And the difference between the socialists and the fascists was very, very small, like your intelligence, right? It's well to remember that not all fans are horrible. Okay, you have to coexist with other people. Well, some Doctor Who fans themselves showed people are like, okay, this trades you many eyebrows positive in the community. Okay, although it is important to remember that not all fans are horrible. Have you had a rough week, Sean? Has it been hard? Has it, darling? Oh, Pride Month's coming. Maybe you should all just shut the fuck up. How about this? If you shut the fuck up, I think everybody else will, right? We all just shut the fuck up and we can get on and watch Doctor Who. Wouldn't that be a better world to live in? Right? We all basically disagree on most things, right? Why don't we just shut the fuck up and coexist? No, it's your way or the highway, right? Oh, yeah, because you're kind. I forgot. This is kindness, right? Remember, the old Doctor Who had a horrible. The Doctor Who fandom has been disappointingly still being responsible for some of the worst things. Oh, dismissive of other mediums. You mean somebody said they don't want to? Look, I love a Big Finish, right? I think if you're not into Big Finish, you're probably missing out on a big part of Doctor Who. All right, I would say that. But if you want to say it's not canon, whatever. I don't care. That's what you think. All right, I mean, but like, who gives a shit what you think? They did all the Big Finish companions in Night of the Doctor, right? So I think it's canon, or a lot of it can. I don't know. You know what's canon? Whatever you fucking like. That's basically whatever fits in your head. Fucking canon, right? I don't care. Doctor has expanded media has an extensive library of TARDIS adventures with stories told across book, graphic novels, we call them comics in my day, and video games. The video games were the shit. Let's move on. Despite the impressive amount of material on offer, some fans are not happy with the formats utilized. Well, fuck me. They don't want to read a comic. They must be cunts of the First Order. What the fuck is wrong with you, dick brain? A few members of the fan base have been strangely dismissive of other media. And used to tell Doctor Who stories. Yeah, they're non-canonical. That's why. right? Believing that they should be told exclusively on television, Big Fish in particular, and I've been with them since you've been born, Sonny Jim, has come under fire for some fans disregard the audio. Yes, audio. It's a crying shame that some Doctor Who can't embrace the wild and inventive releases. What's your problem? Like you do you. Why are you the hall monitor? Right? You do you, mate. Right? Fine. Fan entitlement. Bloody hell. I think I'm experiencing right now. Oh, we must have trans representation. I think that sounds like entitlement. No, that's just being kind. Really? Sounds like you're being like a totalitarian cunt. No, that's kindness. It really looks more like totalitarian cuntiness to me. Nope. That's what kindness looks like in 2023. Do you help out with anybody on the soup kitchen thing? No! Fuck them. I imagine he would say. Fan entitlement. Bloody. Oh, yeah, one. Bloody hell. Doctor Who can be difficult for showrunners to produce. They are placed under significant pressure. I've got coffee, let me bollocks. Pressure from both the BBC and fans to produce quality television. Well, yeah, it's their job, right? Although Doctor Who fans mostly appear to understand that some of the behind-the-scenes issues can arise and display some entitled attitude towards the program. What are you talking about? I mean, like, do you have any idea what he's talking about? No, okay, what's bothering Sean now? I think this is the article should be. Okay. Well, the Doctor. Okay, fine. Some have displayed an entitled attitude towards the program. Most notably, Doctor Who fanbase expressed much frustration towards Stephen Moffat's decision to split the show's 6th and 7th season over two. Despite having to produce some of the best horror ever. Nobody gives a shit. Oh, could you go to @whogivesashit.com and post this, right? Because nobody gives a shit. What the fuck? This was years ago. Nobody can even remember that now. What the fuck are you talking about? That was literally years ago. Okay, fine. These changes have been implemented due to the show's punishing production would ensure, and also making Sherlock, which is what people were really annoyed about. Nitpicking. This is what fans do. It's fun. Oh, it's fun until you walked in the room. Oh, God. Bet you're the life and soul of parties. All right? Bet people dump out the window. They treat you like 9/11. Fuck me. I mean, if you're in the World Trade Center. It was probably before I was born. Okay. Doctor Who has a gigantic fan base. Oh, it's so big. It's so big. It's so hard. Like, it's a gigantic fan base that is home to many different voices. These wonderful, diverse opinions can sometimes cause friction between fans, with some members of fandom becoming increasingly particular over how the program is discussed. What? What are you talking about? Like, what? I've never heard anybody just like, and how they are upset by it. One of the fan base's biggest nitpicks over the name of Doctor Who's titular characters. Some royal fans call the character Doctor Who, while others merely call him the lead protagonist, referred to as the Doctor. Do what you want. Leave us alone. What the fuck? Sometimes I call him the Doctor. Sometimes I call him Doctor Who. Right? It used to be in like the 80s. I think when it was like seeking credibility. Right?
we will want to call it the Doctor because that makes a lot more sense. But when it's like popular and it's fun and everybody loves it, you can call the character Doctor Who because there's no, you don't feel like it's being diminished, right? Because it's just a fun little name that doesn't really mean anything, right? But it's fun, right? Oh boy, Jesus fucking Christ, mate! Like, what was this kid be like at a con? Like, have a few drinks and relax. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, kid, you need to discover weed. Don't do drugs. Okay, you need to discover weed. Don't do drugs. Okay, you need to discover weed. you need gatekeeping. You guys are the biggest gate. You just gatekeeped in the beginning of the article because you don't like fucking Christians. You bigot cunt. Oh my god. But okay. The show's fan base is deeply passionate about Doctor Who, as they spend hours debating it online. While some infectious enthusiasm can't help but attract viewers of a positive word of mouth, occasionally it can provide hindrance. Some quarters of Doctor Who fandom insist that the viewers must watch certain content from the past to be a true fan. I think to understand Doctor Who in its entirety, yes, I think you need to do that, right? I can't claim to really get Game of Thrones because I've never read it, right? I read most of the first book, and I liked the book was way better than the TV show, right? The TV show I thought was excellent, but the book was wonderful. The book was so much better, right? So much more intricate, right? I really, really love the book, but I'm still like, it's I can claim a familiarity with it, right? But that's it. Nothing more than that. Yeah. I want to tell you, mate. It's yes, you have to have seen it to really understand what you're talking about. That's correct. To be a fan of it, be a fan. I don't know. I do what you want. Right? Okay. My feeling is I think it'd be nice if there's a way to introduce fans of the new series who haven't checked out the classic to the classic. Like when they're doing the watch-alongs, I thought it'd be nice if Rusty Davis would have got people together to do a watch-along of City of Death, for example. Right? I think that would have been nice. I think introducing it to new fans would be nice. Compulsory? No. I think this kid feels like a schmuck because he hasn't done it, or other people do. I think this is all like. This is all teenage angst that we're dealing with, for fuck's sake. And you're dealing with it online, so you feel it's normal. The classic may produce some of the best Doctor Who stories, but its low production values and high episode count can make it inaccessible. Yes, exactly. I've never met anybody who does that. Taking the show too seriously. I guess everybody does that sometimes. I don't know. Doctor Who is a wonderful show. The show's eccentricity has always been a key part of his identity, but fans have not always appreciated this aspect. The Doctor Who fan base sometimes tends to take the program a little too seriously. Look, Jodie cured us of that, right? Right? Jodie, we lived through Jodie. You could do fucking anything. We're fine. Doctor Who 2005 revival received some unfavorable comments from a few fans that were unhappy with 2005 series Perfect Bin. Dude, this is 18 years ago. You need to get over this, mate. It was 18 years ago. You're crazy, right? You were probably not born at the time. I mean, you can't be more than 5. You don't remember this. Yeah, look, I remember when I first saw Rose, I saw it in the pirated copy with a bunch of fans, like just before it aired. And they were like, well, that's Doctor Who now. I think it's a sham. I was like, we'll wait and see. And it took some time to grow into what it is. Farting aliens known as the thing. Excuse me, do you mind not farting when I'm saving the world? I kind of liked it. This is my Doctor having previously aired stories of giant. Okay, fuck off.
A snobbish attitude. What does he mean? This is all things that's hurt his little feelings. Oh my God, this is a list of things that has hurt his feelings. Bloody hell. If he was a Chinese restaurant, of course, his name would be. Oh, yes, you guessed it. Some dumb cunt. What's up, dim sum? Oh, some dumb cunt. Because this guy is dim, let me tell you. A story's attitude. Doctor Who's casual viewers make up a significant chunk of the show's ratings. But what, I mean 98%? Yeah. Make a significant chunk. Yeah, literally 98%. The audience used to dip in and out of the series rather than committing to being a fan. Unfortunately, some fans can show a snobbish attitude to the program's casual viewers. What are you talking about? With one of the most contentious aspects being David Tennant's popularity among mainstream audience. Well, if you didn't watch Capaldi, you can shove it up your ass. That's it. I heard it. You can shove it up your... Oh, I just want to watch a bit of Doctor Who. No, now we're going to watch The Crusade. Really? Yes. Even the bits that don't exist. How are we watching it? We're just going to imagine it. Damn it. You know, they're probably going to make it in AI in a couple of months. No! Oh. Although David Tennant's Doctor is beloved by the public at large, some fans see those who idolize his Doctor as not being true viewers. This is toxic fandom. That's who he's talking about. People are fucked off about overly concentrating on David and not ignoring Jodie. Yeah. Controversial members. What are you talking about? Well, okay, who decides what a member is? You got this weird little club going on in your head. That's not real, Sonny Jim. Right? There's no clubhouse. Friends are clunked together. Controversial members. Oh, you mean some of the people who are woke who turned out to be perverts? Yeah, that happens a lot. And you know why you don't spot them? Because you're an idiot kid who knows nothing about nothing. Whereas us, we do spot them. Yeah, we have I don't remember it happening on our side of the fence. Although Doctor Who's most fans are lovely, some of them to be despicable individuals. Certain members of fan base have been accused of horrendous crimes. Okay, accused of what? That will affect badly on fandom. He's talking about Not My Doctor. I bet you're talking about Not My Doctor. Although some of these cases only come to light on social media that have never been raised in court, still reflect a more unpleasant side of fandom. Among the more notable accusations, why are you spreading this gossip? In regards to the production of Doctor Who fan film Dark Reality, who were accused by Twitter's at Speed for Change of underage sex. Why are you spreading this gossip? I don't know. Elsewhere, a YouTuber, Vogue607, was charged with murder of a pregnant woman. Yes. Natalie McNally, according to BBC News, making a very disturbing aspect to that. Yeah, you do get people, murdered. But yeah, I think you're talking about the Not My Doctor, right? Are you talking about Not My Doctor? I don't know. Because he had to run from social media because, like they all do, they all get found out being perverts because you're all maladjusted weirdos, right? And that's basically the bottom line. Oh, and how do you know you're maladjusted weirdos? Because you hate anybody normal with a life. Oh, they're Not My Doctor group. I had to tell you, I never used that hashtag, right? I never said that, but if they ascribe it to you, right, you are therefore part of this group, and there's no way out of it. Right, it's truly bizarre, right? It's absolutely truly bizarre. I mean, it's somewhere between Lord of the Flies and communist China, right? And they're on the right side of history. Although many fans are progressive in their ideals, maybe your progressive ideals are full of shit, right? Maybe that. Maybe a boy cutting his dick off is not the thing we want to be doing. But he chose to. If he's not of age to consent to have sex, he's not age of consent of any transgender treatment. You know, like the chemical they use to for puberty blockers is the same chemical they use to chemically castrate, right? I mean, obviously they do it in much bigger quantities when you chemically castrate somebody. I don't believe a child is able to consent to use that treatment if they're not able to consent to have sex. And that's really the bottom line. They want children to be able to consent to have sex, okay? And I know you're like, no, no. Dude, you said at same-sex marriage, the slippery slope didn't exist. Now look where we are. You have been proven wrong. I know, it's hard. It's very, very hard. The third section of the fandom who are less accepting of those of other backgrounds. No, it's not about again, don't cloak yourself in virtue, you dumb cunt. Right? It's not about accepting of people of other backgrounds. Nobody has any problem with anybody of other backgrounds. What the fuck are you talking about? What we don't like is idiot, spoiled white people using minorities as their purse puppies to make themselves feel like they're good people, which is what Chris Chibnall did for the entirety of his fucking run. Right? That was the entirety of his run. Right? And there was no virtue in it. Oh, they hate gay people. No, we hate you using Doctor Who as a platform to say if you're chicks with dicks are groovy, right? Chicks with dicks are groovy. If you got a dick and you think you're a chick, it's groovy. That's what I don't think that's it should be used as a platform there. Same way as saying I don't think it should be used as a platform for saying Christ is the Redeemer, right? You know, I don't want to say no to either of those things, but you know, I don't think it should be used as a platform. Although I think the second one is probably far more positive worldview, right? I think it just should be fun entertainment. I think it should be clever. Oh, go with Pyramids of Mars, God's sake. Oh, are you scared because it's too close to Talons of Weng Chiang? Trigger warning! Trigger warning! You guys are fucking weird. Doctor is disgruntled, not my Doctor fans. Formed in response to Jodie Whittaker's 13th Doctor as they took issue with the female Doctor Who concept. No. Look. They took it. Oh, man. My sound's going crazy. Oh, there you go. We took issue with it being shit. It being cloying, unwatchable, inane, subpar, unprofessional shit. No story held together, right? The scripting was awful. Jodie Whittaker's performance was abysmal. I am sorry, it failed completely. But it failed completely. What do I mean by when I say it failed completely? According to what we call metrics, data, adding, math, right? According to those things, it failed completely. I transcribed it into a infographic for you. 1 second. Let me open this up. She cried. Jigger, jigger. There you go. That's what felt completely look. Oh, but it took an uptick. Yeah, it's called David Tennant. Yeah. It failed completely. You are on the wrong side of history because you are a twat. Although Jodie Whittaker got many areas things right, nothing. I got nothing. I like the Cyberman design. I thought the Sontaran design was quite good as well. The Not My Doctors have been Leslie with Chibnall's approach. Doctor Who's vocal fan group have been heavily critical Chibnall's wonderfully diverse. It was shit. I'm sorry that you like black people. Do you like gollywogs? Can we get you a little dolly? Will that help you? Can we give you a little black doll? Right? And nothing racist about you, of course. No, you're not racist. Which is Sedum cast the first Black Master. Fuck off in Saskatchewan.
I think he was less black than Roger Delgado. I know you probably haven't seen him, right? He was the first master. And the first black female doctor, who cares? Their narrow banded views make them an unlikable bunch. No, you are an unlikable. Stalking the cast and crew. Yeah, this is your side of the aisle, mate. Doctor Who filming typically visits dozens of locations on shooting. Fans have taken a deep interest in the show's backstage production and become fascinated by watching the blah, blah, blah. Fans respect the show's cast and crew, but some have gone too far. Doctors crew have been forced to deal with fans stalking them during location shoots, adding some unnecessary stress to it. Like, God, this guy is like, and they may, he's like the hall monitor. Fuck him. This creepy behavior has made Doctor Who filming toxic working environment for those. Oh, God, go away. An outspoken nature. Oh, God forbid. God forbid. That's the other thing about this weird guy, Steve. He said, I thought you wanted an open conversation. I thought speaking honestly was. No, an open conversation for these people is being told what to do, what to think. Doctor Who is unafraid to express their opinions, especially with cunts like you, as they spend hours debating their views on the show's history. Their strong enthusiasm on the show can lead to some delightful discussions. Sometimes, however, Doctor Who fans can get a little bit personal regarding their thoughts. What they say, you're a dumb cunt. I bet you heard that before. The Doctor Who's found an outspoken nature can provide a significant mental health challenge for the show's cast and crew. Fuck off. The quote comments concerning Helen Nathan skips the dark but hazard even in the dark. Which is the right to tears. Then get out the fucking profession. If you're too weak to be in it, then get out. There's 100 people who'll take your place. Grow a pair of fucking balls. All right? Yes, according to the writer's tale. While Doctor Who criticism can be constructive for the show's creative talent, sometimes fans can go too far. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, that was agony. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you are notified when new videos drop.